British cross-channel kayaker, 28, who was rescued in bad shape after 2 days drifting off France when his inflatable boat sank, is recovering in hospital as fishermen, who plucked him to safety, say it's a miracle he survived by eating seaweed. A British man whose inflatable kayak capsized when crossing the English Channel to France is recovering in hospital in a bad state after he was rescued yesterday morning, after fishermen found him clinging to a buoy for dear life. His rescuers said it was a miracle that the paddler, 28, survived by eating seaweed and mussels after he departed from Dover around 48 hours before, likely on Tuesday, and ran into trouble in the dangerous shipping lane. French Channel authorities said he was found by fishermen holding onto the Colbert Nord buoy around halfway between Dover and France. The crew of cutter ship de Madeleine from Urk in the Netherlands rescued the English kayaker from the channel at around 11 a.m. this morning, Dutch media reported. The French maritime prefect of the English Channel said he was conscious, but his state of health required rapid treatment. The paddler was then airlifted in French helicopter Dauphin to hospital in Boulogne-sur-Mer and was placed in intensive care. He is said to be able to talk, but is in a bad shape. The cross-channel kayaker was found when skipper Tunis de Boer of shipping company T de Boer on Zonen was sailing between England and France this morning, when he spotted something in the water. The captain wanted to make sure they didn't get too close to the buoy when he saw something crazy moving near it, he told local media. Fisherman Tunis de Boer grabbed a pair of binoculars and saw the exhausted and distressed Briton wearing only a pair of swimming trunks, waving at us like a madman. The British kayaker, pictured 28, was reportedly suffering from severe hypothermia when he was brought on board. After being taken aboard, the exhausted British paddler, pictured, was offered some water and a Snickers chocolate bar. French Channel authorities said he was found by fishermen holding onto the Colbert Nord buoy around halfway between Dover and France. The Briton was also bruised, dehydrated, and his eyes were very deep in his sockets. It's a miracle he survived, skipper de Boer said. The heroic crew then offered the exhausted man a Snickers chocolate bar. He then told them he had set out to kayak from Dover to France, but his boat had capsized, leaving him the only option of clinging to the floating buoy. It is not known exactly for how long it had been since he capsized his inflatable kayak. He was incredibly lucky to be found, as the crew had not initially planned to catch fish in the area but went sailing after this morning's catch turned out to be disappointing. The paddler was airlifted in French helicopter Dauphin to hospital in Boulogne-sur-Mer. He was placed in intensive care and is said to be able to talk, but is in a bad shape.